Welcome to Stars X. In the late 1990s, boy bands dominated the music industry. The Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and countless others took over radio stations, TV screens, and teen magazine covers. But among them stood a group that was different: 98 Degrees. Unlike the others, they weren't discovered by a major label or put together by industry executives. They weren't manufactured, they were made. Four young men with undeniable talent, harmonizing their way from the streets of Ohio to the biggest stages in the world. With no gimmicks, no over-the-top choreography, just pure voices and passion, 98 Degrees carved out their own legacy in an era of pop giants. This is their story. Long before the fame, 98 Degrees was just four guys with a dream. Nick and Drew Lachey, two brothers from Cincinnati, Ohio, grew up surrounded by music. Nick in particular had a deep love for singing and performing. Meanwhile, Jeff Timmons, a gifted athlete with a powerful voice, found himself drawn to music over sports. Then there was Justin Jeffre, a music enthusiast and aspiring journalist. None of them had a roadmap to success, but they had the determination to chase something bigger than themselves. They weren't childhood friends, nor were they scouted by an executive. They found each other through fate and a shared passion. With nothing but raw talent and ambition, the four young men took a leap of faith and moved to Los Angeles. They didn't have industry connections or a guaranteed record deal, just a belief in their voices. To survive, they worked odd jobs and spent every free moment honing their harmonies. They sang in parking lots, alleyways, and outside record labels, hoping someone would listen. Then, a chance encounter changed everything. Jeff Timmons managed to secure a meeting with a local radio executive, and with no instruments or flashy production, they sang a cappella. Their voices were enough to stop people in their tracks, and soon, they found themselves with a manager, Paris Dijon, who believed in their potential.
Let's just go back to the beginning of you guys coming together as 98 Degrees. What was that moment?
It was in 1995, believe it or not. We were celebrating our 20th anniversary of our first release, but we've been together 22 years.
That's
so
amazing.
North Hollywood, California. Yeah. Just singing a cappella, trying to make a break, get our break.
Incredible.
And somebody who saw something in all of you to put you together?
We actually put ourselves together, which is kind of makes us a rarity.
Jeff was kind of the guy that put it all together, started piecing everything together. He was the first idea.
Well, I mean, I'm far from a visionary, but I started the group with some other guys in Ohio, came out to LA. There was no social media, so you literally had to go for your dream. Go to LA. And they quit. They kind of gave up on the dream, and then I was fortunate enough to meet a guy that knew Nick. I heard Nick singing on a tape in a local bar band, and I was like,
a cassette tape.
I didn't even know what he looked like.
Really?
Tape.
These things called cassette
It has
tape.
spools on it. Yeah. And I was like, this guy's amazing. Get him on the phone. I told him a bunch of lies to get him out here. He came out.
He told me we were going to open for James Brown.
Yeah. Which we
got to LA.
did. We did do that.
Eventually we did.
Yeah, but...
Unlike other boy bands that were carefully assembled by labels, 98 Degrees walked into their first record deal as a self-made group. In 1997, they released their debut album, 98 Degrees. Unlike the bubblegum pop sounds dominating the airwaves, their music leaned heavily into R&B influences, setting them apart. Their first single, Invisible Man, became a modest hit, introducing them as more than just another boy band. It proved they had real vocal talent. Slowly but surely, their name started circulating in the music industry.
Drew Lachey, Justin Jeffre, Nick Lachey, and Jeff Timmons. Did I get all that right? Excellent. I've got to ask you, congratulations first on the record. Are you surprised by the success?
Yeah, you know, we've always had hopes and dreams that we would get to this level, but, you know, this is more than we could ever expect. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a real dream come true.
This first song you're going to sing for us is a different sort of song. You had mostly ballads on your previous 2 albums. This is a danceable tune.
Yeah, this is a very exciting song for us. It's something new, you know, the Latin flavor, the up-tempo, it's a lot different for us, but we're definitely enjoying it.
You say you're still the same guys, but has life changed?
It's gotten a lot busier, yeah, but we still try to keep the same friends, the same lifestyle, trying to do the same things, go to the mall, go to the movies, do our own grocery shop and everything, so we try to keep it the same.
They weren't an overnight sensation, but they were building something authentic, one song at a time. Then came the album that changed everything, 98 Degrees and Rising. Released in 1998, this record solidified their place in pop history. With hits like Because of You and The Hardest Thing, they became a household name. Unlike their competitors, their sound was more soulful, rooted in R&B rather than just catchy pop melodies. Their biggest moment came with I Do, Cherish You, a song that would go on to be one of the most popular wedding anthems of all time. With a growing fan base and chart-topping success, 98 Degrees had officially arrived. They weren't just a boy band, they were vocalists who could stand toe-to-toe with the biggest names in music. As the boy band era faded, the group took a break. Nick Lachey found solo success and reality TV fame with Newlyweds. Drew won Dancing with the Stars. Jeff pursued music independently, and Justin shifted to activism. In 2012, they reunited for the Package Tour with New Kids on the Block and Boys II Men. They released 2.0 and proved their chemistry remained strong. Their return wasn't about chasing trends, it was for the fans.
Came up in a time where it was boy band mania. You know, everybody had to pick NSYNC, Backstreet, 98. Did you feel that pressure as well, or was that kind of like a media-created type of thing? Did you feel that rivalry at all?
I think with us, we felt pressure amongst each other, just work harder, and then when you get milestones, what's the next one, right? So that pressure was there. I think the media created it for us. We had already had an immense amount of pressure on us with all of the adverse situations that we had talked about, but then, okay, now we're getting compared to groups that we didn't even feel like we were in the same lane with.
Totally
we thought
different.
we were more of an R&B pop group, more of a vocal sort of group, but not to disparage those groups. We love them, we're friends with all of them, but we thought we were a little bit different than them. But I think
98 Degrees continues to tour, keeping their music alive for old and new fans. They may not have been the biggest boy band, but they were one of the most genuine, leaving behind a legacy of talent, perseverance, and timeless love songs. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.